Before we get going today, I just want to let you know that I played the game for about 30 to 40 minutes yesterday, and all I did is I watched Roxanne go through these rooms. I followed her like a stalker. I watched her do all the rooms, go back into that closet there, and then I waited. I wanted to see if there was any chance that she came out, and after about 15 minutes of waiting, I then went downstairs, tried a few things in the hotel. I couldn't see any way to get her out of that room. So in accordance with the comments that I made on the previous video, I believe that the act of her moving between those 6 rooms is one and done. We have one opportunity to go up there and unlock all the rooms and do some snooping. But after that, there is no chance of doing that again. And what that tells me is that the critical thing that I need to do for this time block is not related to those rooms. I believe it's got something to do with that office at the church, but I don't have any ideas on how to break in there just now. I do have one idea that I want to test out before I go back there though. I did not test this out as part of my gameplay yesterday. I want to go back into room 31. If I can find it. There is a locked piece of luggage in here. And Gabriel said in the bathroom that he really didn't want to open this if he didn't have to. So we have a locked piece of luggage out there, and I've got no idea where else the key might be, so maybe it's in here?
I probably should, but I really don't want to.
Yeah, but there might be a key in there, Gabriel. You don't know this. This concerns me. This makes me think there is definitely something in there that we can grab or use. But in accordance with what I said about Roxanne, getting in there is not critical. Hell, getting inside this room is not critical. We can complete the game without it. We'll also do a quick cut here and insert something from the manual because I'm trying to avoid reading this too much due to spoilers. There's a lot of stuff in there that looks very spoilery, but you can see on this page, it explicitly mentions that we can progress the time blocks here, and the game suggests, or the manual suggests rather, if you accidentally push the time block too early, you can load. It's super unusual design. I don't know if it's good design, to be honest. I will say it is interesting design. I can give it that at least. Alright, so let's get out of this room, and I'm going to go outside and explore some more. But if I can't figure this out within the next 5 minutes or so, I'll probably crack and look for hints. So I've seen nothing useful out here. I don't believe we'll run into the traumatized cat if I go around the side, but let me check. There's no one else here. The next step has to involve this office. It has to. But I'm not sure how to get inside.
It's the back of the church.
There's no way onto the roof.
It's the back of the church. Arnaud lives there. He sure has a taste for the morbid.
This has to be something, but I don't know what.
There's no way I can squeeze in through there.
And Gabriel is making an effort to try and open this.
It's stuck. The wood must be swollen.
I am not a carpenter, so I don't know how you actually deal with that problem if you're trying to break in. I tried the sword, I tried the coat hanger, I tried the shovel. I'm not sure what else I can try. I can put those into Sydney, but I don't know what else to do now.
I should probably put this in our suspect database.
Maybe later. I'll put that back inside.
That's not gonna help me with that window.
What is going to help you with the window, though? There's nothing on the window itself, I guess? Just move out of the way, Gabriel.
That window is in the Abbe's office.
The window is stuck. The worst part about this is the second window that I've been thwarted by. We had problems with Larry Chess's window, and this one does also not want to open. Outside of using the inventory object on this, I can't think of what to do. And I've tried the most obvious ones, I think. The sword, the shovel.
That's not gonna help me with that window. There's no way. That window is in...
There's no differentiation between the frame and the gap here. It's all the same object. I've played Master of the Druids.
That's not gonna...
No. Is it really not the coat hanger?
That's not... Your basic Y hanger. Nothing.
I can't ask for prints.
That's not gonna...
Alright, give me a moment. I'm going to take a look for a hint because I'm really not sure what to do next. Okay. I have not looked at what I need to do next, but I've seen two things. Firstly, apparently there is a way into this office. I don't know what it is, but there is a way in. Secondly, the critical activity to complete this time block involves getting into rooms 29 and 31. And it mentions that yes, you only get one shot at Roxanne, which we've taken, but apparently there's another way inside. And I kind of want to investigate that first.
Lady Howard, Estelle, and Bouthane are in those front rooms.
Can I guess up here somehow? Like climbing the wall, perhaps?
Le Hotel. Le Hotel.
I've got to be dead honest, I have no idea about this one. The hint suggests that there's another way to get into these rooms. I cannot fathom how. I suppose I can give Prince James another call, maybe he'll give me a clue.
I'm not sure who to call.
You've got one name, Gabriel. One.
Nope, those don't work together.
What about on the phone itself?
I don't need to call Prince James right now.
Alright, fine. How on earth do you get back into those two rooms if you don't follow Roxanne in and unlock the door on your way out? I got nothing. Let me just do this at least, and then I think I'll take another look, because I'm genuinely confused.
That analyze stuff.
Not that. The hint suggests that we need to get the critical information out of those two rooms, which is making me think we need to break into that luggage. But I wouldn't have a clue how. Mosley license. And the lady license. Do we have stuff connected to them?
Gracie entered these last night.
We do not. Links? I did read in the manual that you can make links and potentially break links, but I think that's under Analyze, which Gabriel does not want to look at. Speaking of not wanting to look at, I'm going to take another look at the hints because I don't want to rush this. Let me draw it out. I'll be back in a sec. Alright, still looking at these two balconies. We can reach them from the roof of the hotel. How on earth do we get up there? I have two thoughts. Firstly, there's a way of climbing up perhaps. But I'm not seeing it. The second would be to go through the kitchen. Maybe up those dumbwasers. If possible, can we go up further in the dumbwaser? I highly doubt it.
Even if I wanted to open it, I couldn't reach it.
Now go in here.
They're closed.
Of course they're closed.
Nah, I need to stay here and do some poking around while everyone's gone.
I did not see a way up here. I'll get in there, Gabriel. Maybe if I hadn't opened the rooms, I could go out the back. House here and then climb up.
I think that just goes out back.
Right, but
I think that just goes out back.
he does not want to check an house.
Guess that's to prevent...
It's not even the proper chimney. What about the oven? Once again, I know, bad memories and whatnot.
No thanks.
Not that. But I imagine if I pull that again, we'll just go down, correct? There's no reason for the dumbwaiters to go to the roof. Like so. Alright, how do you get to the roof? So apparently he won't do it, but he would do it if we had no other solution available. Let's go back to our room. Where's the exit? This room is so confusing. It's over there. I mean, I could use a dumbwaiter to get back to my room, but I don't want to. We can go out here.
It's the roof. I want to snoop around, but there's gotta be an easier way. That's Emilio's room.
So apparently he will go up there if we don't have any alternate way to get into those two rooms. Because I've done the right thing, I cannot use that option. Right, well that's cool and all, but I've got two issues. Firstly, what do I do with the Abbe's office? I'll look up that solution a bit later because, once again, I'm stumped. But secondly, in order to progress this time block, there's stuff that we need to do in these two rooms. And clearly I am missing something. I don't think we're missing much out of Madeleine Bouthain's room. We've gone in there, we've looked at the trackers. I wasn't able to pick them up. I was able to check out what she was packing under the bed. We have scanned that and put it into Sydney.
I could call 19.
Enough, Gabriel.
I think she'd notice if it were missing. It reminds me of a tracker, but I don't think that's what it is. I'm not even sure what it does.
I can't think of anything we would do with these. What's that?
There's an awful lot of blood image.
The poem that Gabriel will not read. I don't suppose I can use this.
I don't see any prints. I don't see.
Nah, of course not.
It reminds me. A cell phone. Guess Madeline knew this place had limited in-room technology. I'm not sure what that is exactly, but I think it has something to do with tracking your position.
Unless I can take notes on it or interfere with it somehow, I don't know what else to do with it.
Nope. Nope. I'm not even sure what it...
Nothing's jumping out at me.
Nope. Nope.
There was also nothing in the bathroom. There was nothing in the cupboard here, apart from clothing. And Gabriel didn't really have any comments on that.
Nice tasting clothes. Oh, it's one of those clever...
We've heard that. So I believe this room is done. There were cosmetics and stuff in the bathroom. And some terrible comments, which we will not be looking at again.
I look great without it, thanks.
But you can look so much better, Gabriel. I believe we're done in this room. I don't think there's anything else to do. Which means that if there is something else to do, it's going to be in here. And it's probably going to involve that thing. How on earth do I get inside this? I think I looked in there and determined there was nothing there.
Oh, it's one of those... Those look like Lady Howard's clothes. She's got kind of a... Those must be Estelle's. Those...
We can't really search through them. We can just look at them and that's it. Let's close those up. That's interesting. We don't get the option to search the bed again.
Yep. They traded a room with 2 beds for a room with 1. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Good boy.
God, I hope that's a seashell.
I can't look at the pillows. I can't look under the bed again. The suitcase is locked. You would think they would have the key on them.
They've already unpacked. How pointlessly expensive. Those must be Lady Howard's bags.
There's got to be something in there.
How pointlessly... How...
Gabriel's not explicitly talking about the lock though. But if we try opening it, we cannot.
It's locked. Here you've got your stand...
Don't know if I've actually heard that or not.
Here you've got your standard hotel room desk.
Once again, fantastic delivery, Tim Curry. Almost as good as mine. Yeah, I don't know. On reviewing and editing my footage, I thought that the key might have been in here.
I probably should. Nope. All right. Oh, jeez.
Hello? I didn't think of that. What is this?
Tube of... Yep. Suppuration H. Great.
I think I know where to use that.
Reduces swelling.
Yep.
I wonder if it would work on Mosley's head.
Okay, well, I don't know how to get into that trunk just yet. But I do know how to get into the Abbe's office. Dang, I missed that. I completely missed that. Unfortunately, I can't go forward any further, which means we have to wait for Gabriel to actually walk there. I'm not certain that this would work on wood though, just saying. But this has to be the answer. Right, so we can now break and enter.
I can't believe that worked.
Don't worry, me neither. Alright, Gabriel, it's time for you to squeeze in that gap. You're not going to show me the animation. Alright, first question. Never mind, I can barely see the pieces. Those aren't real chess pieces. So, this door here. That indeed leads me to the church.
It's locked.
Gabriel, can I just express how much I hate you? Really? I mean, I think Dean Erickson was at least competent, but you, on the other hand, I don't know what to make of you. There's no lock on this door, correct? Yeah. Alright, so what have we around here? Apart from a very dark, dank room, we have a telephone?
Hey, he has a phone. He must be one of the privileged residents.
We can't use it? Who's this dude?
I don't recognize him.
Me neither.
Now, who would Arnaud play chess with around here? Jean, perhaps? Oh, no, monsieur. Not ma queen.
No comments. We have another exit, which may lead to the Espionage or whatever it is over there. What do we have here?
He has lots of books on Rennes le Chateau, but they're all in French. Just as well, I don't have time to read anyway.
Especially when you can't read the language. That looks like your garden variety bookshelf. Anything else?
Yep, sturdy. It would have to be to hold Arnaud up. I'm really not interested in getting that close to the Abbe's vibes.
I thought that might have given us a new perspective on things, being able to sit down. Alright, so what's in here?
Nah, I don't think I'd find what I'm looking for back there.
I'm sorry, what? What about here?
He has lots of books on Rennes le Chateau, but they're all in French. Just as well, I don't...
You're kidding me, I've broken into this office and there's nothing? Nah, look at that. Does the camera show me that? It sort of does, but it's tricky to see. What are you hiding in here, sir?
I can't exactly read it, but it appears to be about the European Union.
The order? You're not even going to pick it up.
It's a French magazine. Wonder why he keeps it in his drawer.
Oh, you know, just keeping it in his drawer as opposed to on the bookshelves. Personal preference, it's totally fine. Cigarettes.
Cigarettes? Imagine finding those in a Frenchman's drawer.
Is that a stereotypical thing? I genuinely don't know. We'll take them, but bear in mind cigarettes will kill you.
Praise. Sounds like a good brand name. If you like inhaling carcinogens, that is. Think I'll pass.
Do we need to take notes on this? That he smokes that brand of cigarettes?
Nope, those don't work together. Nope. Looks like a drawer to me.
Right.
Nope. Cigarette.
I still feel like I've learned nothing. Can I get into the bottom drawer? No. I'm trying my best to open the bottom drawer and it's not letting me, so I assume that it's not possible. Yeah, that drawer ain't opening.
He has lots of books.
Well, shit.
Now, who would...
I can't fiddle with the chessboard. We've broken into his office. This feels very significant.
I'm busy. It's just a chair.
And yet, I don't think I've found anything useful in here. Apart from the brand of his cigarettes, perhaps. There's nothing on top of the bookshelf. I can't even get the camera up there. I'm back to square one. Is there nothing I can do in here?
Nah, I don't think I'd find what I'm looking for back there.
What about if I use the tumbler on this door?
Nope, those...
Nothing behind a painting, nothing in the bookcase. I don't know about this.
That's the cemetery out there.
We got in there and we've learned very little. And I've got the same fundamental issue. I don't know what to grab out of room 31. Assuming that what I need is in room 31. Alright, so once again, oh BRB, let me look for another hint. Okay, I see what I missed in there. Maybe this is all I need to progress the time block. I sincerely hope so.
It's open all the way.
Yep, let's go back in. The one time I didn't try using it, I mean, to be fair, Gabriel didn't say anything. He's been saying it all the way through, but he didn't say it here. That is a very sneaky camera angle. Yeah, there's no think icon there.
Cigarettes?
I wouldn't have thought of this.
I don't see anything.
But you do on here. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that because up until now, he has been saying, yep, okay, I can grab prints of this for every single item that we found in the rooms. This time though, nothing.
Yup, prints o' plenty.
Let's grab that.
Got it.
That might be enough to progress the time block at this point. I will make a save before I go back into the hotel. The other thing I really want to try, and I'll probably cut this in at the very end of the video, is climbing the roof. But it means that I'm going to have to wait another 15 minutes or so for Roxanne to do her rounds, and then climb the roof.
Monsieur Knight, there you are.
What?
Roxanne, she has been telling me things most troubling.
Oh, no, you see, I just got mixed up and thought that my room was...
She says the kitchen, it shows no sign of sandwich making.
Oh, yeah. See, I couldn't find the mayo, and, well, you know, a sandwich just ain't a sandwich without the white stuff.
Men, so lost without a woman's touch. Come with me, monsieur. I have finished my cleaning, and now I make for you the big sandwich, yes?
Oh boy.
Well, I suppose I could stand a nibble or two.
Is it a concern that we didn't lock up the rooms? I'm hoping not, but you know what? This game is letting me progress by making mistakes, so I think we will roll with that. That animation, though.
Is anything the matter, Mr. Baza?
I suddenly feel not at all well. I think I will lie down here in the van.
Should I get Madeline?
No, please. I'll just stay here and take a little rest.
Are you sure? I don't think Madeline would mind at all driving you back to the hotel.
No, I only need a few moments to close my eyes. Thank you, Miss Nakamura.
Chateau de Serres. The vineyard and house were built on the foundations of a much older estate linked to the Templars. More importantly, I have arranged for us to have lunch here and perhaps to taste some wine.
It's about time. Right, Victoria?
It sounds like just a detained.
This way.
Are you coming, Grace?
Oh, yeah, in a minute. I just want to look around first.
Okay, I'll see you inside.
It's so odd that we got dialogue during that animation. So Emilio Baza is suddenly not feeling well and he needs to camp in the van. First question, have we read the book?
I want to read it in the van.
Nope. Emilio's in here, he's up to no good, and we know it.
That's Emilio Baza. I met him briefly last night. No, I don't want to disturb Mr. Baza. He's sick.
No, he's not.
It did come on rather suddenly, though. Maybe he doesn't like wine.
First question, where are we? Also, that animation started out looking very, very dark. Like, I know the time block says 12 PM, but it kind of looked like we were arriving back at the hotel in the evening. I would love to know where we are in the valley. I mean, that's obviously our favourite rock.
I think I'd better wait for the group.
But I'd love to know where we are on the map. Chateau de Serres? I don't know how to pronounce that word. And that fountain made me think, yeah, okay, we're arriving back at the hotel, but clearly this is not it.
There's a side entrance to the garage. At least I think it's a garage. That's a big garage for Europe. Most of them can barely fit a Peugeot.
I'd say Peugeot, but whatever. Can we go inside? It's locked.
No dice. That's a big garage. That's a big... That's a...
I don't suppose I can climb the roof?
That's a big... That's a...
Did you bring your lockpicks and or coat hanger, Grace? Okay, I don't think we're getting in there. What's about over here? Chateau de Serres Vignoble? Translated, please?
It says, Chateau de Serres Winery, Monsieur Excelsior Montreux, owner and vineyard master? And tasting and sales, I think.
You're better than me, Grace.
Is Monsieur Montreux not joining us?
Not that I know of, mademoiselle, but I'll let him know you are here.
Hey, I saved you a seat.
Ah, merci. You are such the gentleman, Monsieur Mosley. But I am keeping my eye on you. You better not go back you know where and do you know what?
Huh?
We are playing dumb, are we? You know I can wiggle it out of you.
Well, have some wine, Madeline.
Isn't she driving the bus? Just saying. I didn't realize that this is where the people went. So having seen that, let's promptly leave.
Madeline's van. Well, at least she's not driving something expensive. Then I'd really have to hate her.
But Madeline is drinking, and that's just as bad.
This certainly is a beautiful estate. Look at that fountain.
Ooh.
Oh my god, it sounds like a baby crying.
It sounds more like something wailing, but okay.
I need to get into that house. But how?
Oh wow, we are going to climb. Let me just abort that. That does not sound like a baby crying to me, but okay. We could climb up there. We have a cellar here.
Those doors must lead to the cellar. Oh, that sound seems to be coming from the cellar.
Alright, let's climb that to start with, and then we'll try the cellar.
I have got to try to get into that house somehow.
Are you going to fall and break your neck, Grace? At least you're not wearing heels. But scoosing her way up. Can I pick that up afterwards? Where are we going?
I can't see into that window from here.
I'm guessing you want me to climb along the wall.
I need to get into that house. But how?
There was a front door. We could have tried that at some point.
Looks like a Virginia creeper, but it must be something else. Something French.
Right. How sturdy is it? We're going to fall, break our neck, and get our first death? I don't know if death is actually a thing in this game or not. We're inside. Still in the courtyard according to here. No, we're in the attic now.
That's the window I came in through.
Alright. First question. Am I in danger?
Someone does, or did, some work up here.
What sort of work?
Nah, I don't see anything I'd want to carry with me.
What even is that? Don't know.
Black shades. That's kind of weird. Storage crates. Not particularly sinister. They need to call Goodwill. I don't have a crowbar. Besides, those boxes look like they've been here a while. I don't think the baby's in there.
You think something's downstairs, though?
There's a large wardrobe against the wall.
Open sesame. Whoa. Oh dear.
I've never seen anything like it. It doesn't look like Hebrew, Greek, or Arabic, and it certainly isn't Oriental.
The Order, perhaps? Masonic?
Wonder what these symbols mean.
Can I make a note on those symbols? That seems perfect for this, just saying. There we go.
My guess is that they're for some kind of ritual. Of course, that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Chat, have you ever participated in a ritual that wasn't a bad thing? Just saying.
A trunk! Oh, I wonder if it could be the one from the train.
We don't know that. Gabriel would know. Uh-oh. Do I run, or do I leave? Do I just wait for my inevitable death? I think I'll wait, because I'd like to see just who said that. And, what they look like. Are they going to kill me? Etc. I hear footsteps, but I don't see them. Oh, hey.
Someone's on their way up.
This has to be death, right?
Hello. Bathroom. How you say a bathroom?
How did you get here?
Me I no speak English. French me no speak.
Then let me escort you downstairs, young lady.
That's not death. I assume that is, what was his name? Excelsior someone?
There's a sign on the wine tasting barn. It says, Chateau de Serres Winery, Monsieur Excelsior Montreux.
Montreux. I'm going to load that. I want to take another look up there. And I'm not going to open the trunk just yet. That said, I think my last save is outside here. Can we go in here?
Oh, that's...
The sound is coming from the cellar, which is locked.
Nope. Didn't think it would be that easy.
Let me go back up here. I'll do a cut, so you don't have to watch all this. Unless I can just skip it using escape. I can skip it using escape. No need to cut anything. Let's open you up. Let's make a note of this. I didn't see anything else up here, did I?
Either these are for Halloween, or the vineyard owner is into something a little heavier than a Bordeaux. Either these are for Either... My guess is that they're for some kind of ritual.
I missed the first subject. Unless looking to symbols is something different.
Wonder what these symbols mean.
Yeah, okay.
I've never seen anything like it.
Let's close that up. So I did see something that looked like a baby in the trunk, but I can't imagine the baby would survive terribly long if we just left them in the trunk all the time. The logistics of that seem unreasonable.
It's a little dark in here, but those paintings don't look valuable to me.
Yeah, tell me about it, Grace. Nothing in here.
I don't have a crowbar. Old books.
So if I walk this way...
Old books. Either that furniture is in storage, or someone sits up here once in a while.
keeping watch.
No.
They have a good view of the gates there and whoever comes inside and the garage. Let's go down here, but I'm pretty certain we're going to get spotted.
There's a winding staircase going down to the second floor. I think there's someone down there.
Right, so it looks like we can't do anything else but open the trunk and get our little jump scare. Yeah, there's something there.
I'd never fit in there. There's no time for that.
I'll hide in here. It's either that or I go out the way I came in. Get points for that. Uh-oh.
Monsieur Montreux, is that you?
Butane?
Mademoiselle Boutin, how enchanting.
Monsieur, surely you will join us for a drink and provide a bit of expertise on your wines, s'il vous plaît.
Of course, at your service, mademoiselle.
That was close. He's leaving. It was either that or we had to jump out the window. Okay, we're not done in here. Is this really a baby or is it a mannequin? It doesn't sound like it's coming from here, so that can't be the baby.
I'm almost afraid to move this stuff.
Oh, but move it you will, Grace.
I'm almost afraid to move this stuff. It's a baby's foot!
Do it.
Oh my god. It's just a doll.
Why would there be a doll here, though? Maybe to swap with a real baby.
It's just an old doll. I'd look ridiculous bringing that back to Gabriel.
No, I'm thinking what you do is you swap it with the baby downstairs and see if he notices. I'm sure he won't.
A crying sound is making me see things.
That looks like a fairly realistic baby, just saying. Alright, so we can close that. Let's go downstairs. I don't know how long we have to snoop. I've got to imagine that Butane is not in on this. She just came out here and called him to join the others at the pub, or the winery, or whatever it is. Oh, there's a lot here. Holy crap. We've got lots of these, like heads or busts. And lots of nooks where they can be inserted. That makes me think of a puzzle.
That obviously leads to the rest of the house.
Oh boy. Right, I think we'll start by checking out this desk.
Ah, looks comfy.
Why can we move that? That has to be something. We got points for that.
That looks like the guy I saw upstairs. Madeline called him Montreux.
Hello?
There is really something weird about the eyes.
It looks like it might be a button, or maybe we can gouge it out or something. Yeah, you can see that texture there. Does not look right. I'm guessing I can use something on it at some points, but not right now. And maybe we need to stand on the chair to be able to do it. Right, so what have we on his desk?
French dictionaries and something. Old, too. French dictionaries? Why bother? I wouldn't be able to read it anyway. I have no idea what it says. It looks like Latin. It doesn't look relevant enough to steal.
Can we make a copy, though?
I don't think that would accomplish anything.
We've got no desk drawers. Just looking at time, I do want to end this video fairly shortly, so what I might do is make a save here, leave this room, and see if we can somehow get to the baby. Or to the cellar, at least. Why is Emilio outside in the van? Does he have similar ideas to us, perhaps?
I better not go out that way. Someone would see me for sure.
Okay, never mind. What is this thing?
Those candles remind me of Phantom of the Opera. I'm speaking of Bergerac, of course, not Lloyd Webber. There's enough light in here already.
If you asked me to identify that, I would not say candle.
Grafting the Vine, the Encyclopedia of Grapes, the Science of Viticulture, Vitis Magnificus, plus lots of books in French. This guy takes his wine seriously. Grafting the Vine, the... Grafting the Vine... Grafting the Vine...
Okay, so he's got the same 4 books throughout his entire library. Got it.
The guy's got interesting taste in art.
We cannot pick those up, but we can turn it. Oh. How far can we turn that?
That's as far as it goes.
Thinking. This one is facing this way, directly ahead. This one is facing this way, directly ahead. Is this having any appreciable change on this portrait? It seems to me that there's a puzzle here, but I'm not immediately sure how to crack it.
Grafting the Vine. I'm sure viticulture is fascinating, but I really don't have time to get into it.
So this might be nothing. These little nooks here might be nothing. That one is facing the portrait. I can sort of try and make them all face the portrait, perhaps. That's a bit out of alignment, so let's turn that one to the right. That looks like it's too far now. Or does it? It doesn't feel like it's that far off. What is that? Climb? Wait. I missed that.
There's really something weird about the eyes. I don't think that would accomplish anything.
Do I have anything?
Maybe I should see if Sydney can do anything with these.
I was afraid you'd say that. This maybe?
Can't scan that into Sydney.
Not that.
No, I don't see any sign of prints.
If it turns out we need to push something here to get it going, I'm going to be very upset. What are we looking at here? I assume that first angle is just Grace. Can I get down from there, please? Yeah, the first angle is Grace. What else do we have? Trying to move it around. Failing. The window. desk. To me, there is a puzzle here that needs to be solved, but I'm not immediately sure what it's asking me to do. I suppose we can use a kiss on this.
No, I don't see any sign of prints.
Can I move this again? I can't. I moved it and now I can climb it.
Oh, looks comfy.
There's something weird about this thing's eye. Well, Grace says eyes in the plural, but the left eye is glowing.
The guy's got interesting taste in art.
I'm not seeing any massive change apart from obviously that thing rotating, and I'm also not hearing anything when we do that. There's no texture change. There's no different sound effect. My guess is I need to get these all to face a common location, but right now I'm not sure where. The closest thing I guess would be looking at this painting. But I mean, we've got one here, for example. And the best I can do is point it in this direction, trying to face that painting, so that cannot be the answer. I do see that we have 5 of these. So maybe I need to get them all looking at each other in like a pentagram pattern. Just gonna try and move backwards cleanly here. A little bit far to the left there. So if I turn around here, am I facing another? I am. Likewise, if I move backwards here, trying not to go up the staircase. If I turn around here, we don't have another one here. So I need to turn this one to the right, I believe. I incorrectly said right earlier, but whatever. Well, let me see if I can solve this before I sign off for tonight. Are we facing that one? Is it a thing that the staircase is in the way? I'm not sure. I've got a horrible feeling that one's looking at just a tad too far to the right. So, what? That one, this one's going to be looking at this one here. That's looking directly at us. That one's going to be looking directly at this guy. This is, of course, assuming that they don't need to look at each other, which might be an answer. And that one's going to be looking at this one behind the staircase here, so let me turn it right a couple of times, the actual right. I expect nothing to happen, and we'll call it there. One more.
There's really something weird about the eyes. It's a grapevine motif. Well, nothing surprising about that. This is a vineyard.
My only other thought is maybe we need to get him to look at each other like in a circular pattern or an anti-clockwise pattern. But then you can go clockwise or anti-clockwise and you don't know which way is correct. Alright, let me give this one some thought, and I will BRB. Wait a moment.
Ugh, and I yell at Gabriel for taking stupid risks. I can't leave yet. I've got to find that baby.
I'm leaving, chat. Alright everyone, here is your bonus content. Roxanne has done her rounds. I have not opened the rooms. We should be able to climb out here. According to the hint guide, anyway.
I was afraid it would come to that.
Right, well that gets us into Madeline Bouthane's room. And at this point, we can unlock the door. If I go back out here, can I climb back onto the roof from here? It seems that way. Yeah, we don't get this option if we unlock the rooms using the Roxanne method. That is very dangerous. I imagine the gutter just peeling under his weight. Alright, that is the alternate way into these two rooms. There is no way into the other three rooms, so whatever's in there is missable. These two we can definitely access, we can grab the stuff, we can scan it into Sydney, and have a good time. Alright, back with the next part very shortly.